I'm Elizabeth Nash. I was born in Australia, and I went to Hong Kong in 1954, where I saw my first dragon boat races, and I was very impressed. Then at Expo, the Chinese government gave to the Canadian government a series of dragon boats, and so daughter Sally was in the first race. Anyway, life went on. I became blind, and at 82 I lost my sight, and that was a big adjustment. It's just life management, what you can do and what you can't do, and you have to accept what the troubles that happen to you and learn to live with them. At 93, I decided I wanted to help with the dragon boat for CNIB. So they didn't have any money, and I put up the $17,000, which was the money to put into the race. So I put that in and then decided that I would join them, and then I became not only the captain but the manager. And I did that for 3 years until my sight became so bad I had to give it up. But I loved every minute of it. And what we did, we had for one blind passenger, we had one sighted. And it went on for years, and I blessed them. And I have to mention Diane Johnson, who was the captain and did a fabulous job of training them, and it wouldn't have been any good without her. So thanks, Diane. This is a picture of the Eye of the Dragon, and it was taken by daughter Sally from the Granville Street Bridge, overlooking where the racetrack was. Well, Mr. Lamb was away across the country, so we were all there at the end of the race, and suddenly we were called, and I went up as the manager, and his daughter gave me this award, which to me is very important. A couple of years after the Breast in a Boat started, their doctor and the manager came up to me and thanked me and said that I was their inspiration, and that's when the Breast in the Boat started, through watching Eye of the Dragon. And if the blind could do it, so could they. This is a photo of my son, Stephen Nash, who at the age of 22 was a great swimmer, especially as he grew up with it in Hong Kong. And he was practicing to swim the Broad Inlet and went out one Saturday night and never came back. And he's been missing ever since, and they'll never find him. The Eye of the Dragon, it was in memory of Stephen Elliott Nash. My granddaughter, who was born a couple of years after he was missing, she was the youngest dragon boat racer, and her name is Roberta Holden, and she raced with them for many years. This is a picture of the crew, 1995, and it was my last year. I retired after having felt I had done a good job, and that was the end of, I got too old. You know, I'm getting on. Mind you, at 90, I think I could start it all over again if anybody asked me.
I'm John Crossan, and I'm good friends with Elizabeth. I've known Elizabeth since 1966, when Elizabeth and her family moved in next door to our family's home, and Elizabeth and my mother became fast friends. I, of course, was quite young at the time and became friends with her son Stephen and Julie, her daughter, and Sally. And over the years, we all grew up and got older. When Elizabeth was the manager of the dragon boats, I was the most impressed with how well she was managing with her own disability and turning that around and helping everybody else with theirs, which in turn helped her with her own and inspired so many.
Dragon boat, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. That's all I can say, because it is good knowledge, good relationships, you form wonderful friendships. So keep it going. Don't let it ever go.